So I pressed the mic and he's coughing right. I startled him, but that's all right. We're just doing a little. I asked him. I said, "This is Chase from Chase Retaining Walls and Concrete," and now I'm going to turn the lights on because I told him I'm going to show people how I turn the lights on. Bixby, let me go over here so you guys can see me. Bixby, turn on the studio.
I didn't understand that.
I know. Let me finish. Bixby, turn on the studio show lights. Whoa, okay, but that's easier than running around and pressing some buttons and a bunch of stuff. So that's what we do the show. Now we're ready to record, okay, and we're after the show here. But I spent an extra hour with Chase, is that right?
Yep.
We're looking here because you showed up on time, a couple minutes behind, but that was fine. And you got work to do, and you let me know, that was cool. Gave me more minutes to set up stuff. And got done right about 4, started at 2:10, got done at, was it before 4?
A little bit before 4.
Okay. And so then we said, "Can I show you some more stuff?" Because he told me earlier, he's like, "I got time." And I was like, "This is the studio. I can spend 3 hours in here if I want to or not, depending." I said, "I don't have anything else today. Early day, get done at 4. Now it's 5, still working, but we're gonna work till 6. I'm gonna go back and do more work. That's how I am." But I asked him, I said, "Would you give me a little testimonial about all?" We covered a lot here after we met with some new stuff that I'm doing to help people. And let's just talk about, first off, overall, if you don't mind, tell me what you felt like this might do to help your business.
Really, I mean, just a couple things. By even being able to post on to my website and then have go post onto multiple different platforms, and just the amount of time that I'm going to be able to save. Me as a business owner, I have no time, and it just, that right there makes it so much easier for me. And man, I can't begin to tell you the amount of appreciation that Carter brought, for this is an awesome opportunity.
There's this website we're talking about. Here's the software snapshot of it. We're an affiliate with these guys, and that's my interview yesterday with Tom Calhoun from the St. Louis Blues. But let's talk a little bit, if you don't mind, about the actual process of the interview. That you came in, we chatted for about an hour as we set everything up, and we want to make sure and chit chat and why do you do this and what special experiences.
Very thorough, making sure that all the spelling and everything was correct on there, so that way people that are searching for me had the right guy. And he made sure to double check on everything that he was doing, make sure everything looked good. And I felt really he made me feel really confident about coming on here. Obviously, this isn't something that most people feel comfortable doing, is going on and talking in front of a bunch of cameras, or but man, it gives you such a big boost on confidence with the business. And
what do you think this is going to do to help your customers, potential clients, understand what you do?
They're going to be able to go on there and see, these are some real life situations, real life questions that we might have thought about just like Carter did, and here's the answers right in front of us.
And so do you think that the idea initially was obviously the easiest thing that my guests, clients tell me is like, I just put it on my website. You going to do that?
I'm going to put it on my website, and I'm also going to take it to the next level and try putting it on other sites as well.
Yeah, social media you're talking about.
Yeah.
And Facebook and Twitter. And we just showed him the software company we just partnered with. I'm an affiliate now. I'd been doing kind of a manual thing. I found a guy on Fiverr who would take all my clips, take the whole interview, cut it up into 15 to 20 clips. And I found another company that we were going to try, and they just didn't work out. So I went back to this. Asmir is his name. And Asmir literally did a great job for what American video editors would charge $300 for. He was doing it for not much, but $50 or something. I gave him a pretty good deal. I probably overpaid him, but anyway, whatever. It was good. He did a good job. And I said, finally, Asmir, I'm like, I got to do it through this software. The software, the AI stuff has finally evolved, and it wasn't this way 6 months ago or a year ago. We've been doing this for 2.5 years. But it's the one we use. I'll share it with you if you call me. You can find it if you need to, but get the affiliate link for me, because then I'll work with you, because you got it through my link. I get 25% of $15 or something. It's not a big deal, but it's $15 a month. This, I think, is what you're talking about with regard to and I want to come back to this, but what's it like having you saw some of my guests who put this on their website where they should, or at least I described it to you. And I know, like Charlie Schneider, right on the Schneider Roofing, right on the front of the page, right in the middle. He knows how to use this thing, because you scroll too far down, you can't find it. This is what he says, Carter, people are buying roofs from me at 2 in the morning, at 11 o'clock at night, because they see what I've talked about and I know what I'm doing with a half-hour discussion, and there's no sales has to go on after that. They see we're legit. I'll pull up Charlie's if you will. But tell me, do you think that's going to help your business as well?
Yeah, just like whenever, same scenario as whenever I get hungry and I want to find a place to eat. The first thing I do is I go and I start looking for reviews. I start looking to see, is this place got good food and things like that. So the same goes for my company and all these other companies. It doesn't really matter what time of night or what time of day it is. They're just looking for how reputable is this guy. And I think that this is a great opportunity to make anybody and everybody look reputable that comes on your show.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't let you on if you weren't. To start off with, here's Charlie's website. There it is. I'm at the root directory, if you will. That's what a website is, really just sharing a folder on a computer. I could talk to you about how websites really work. Been doing it since 1998 at Anheuser-Busch. But yeah, I was the email guy. I made the website for the email team. But if you look at this website, this is the top of the page. There's the front of the page, the very first thing you see. And Charlie did what I said. He said, Carter, you didn't have to sell me on this. I already had an interview out there. It just wasn't some guy that everybody knew in St. Louis, and it didn't air on ABC. So this is a lot better. And I said, but he said it worked because people need to learn who you are before they're going to spend 30 grand or 5 grand or 7 grand or $600 a month or whatever it is, depending on what your service is. And even for restaurants, I've had restaurants come on. They're like, over the long haul, I am going to make way more than what this costs to get this produced.
Yep.
You think that's fair?
Yes. Yep.
I appreciate that. So with the rest of it then, now we've got some advanced AI stuff. We'll go back into real quick. I'll put it back up on the wall. This is Tom Calhoun, and I got a lot of people that are going to be on the show here. But Tom and I chatted on. I said, how do you know me? I said, you see me at the Cardinal games? Because I go to Blue games. He's the announcer for the Blues. And I said, he goes, I see you on social media. Like, so we've never probably even actually met, but we know each other. And I talked to him, and I said, hey, man, I'm in a position now where we're going to do some more of the community stuff, and you're kind of a celebrity, so let's have you on. And so the cumulative effect of all of what you can do here is really going to help your business. Would you agree?
I totally agree.
And you got it because you're one of these younger guys. I wish I can. So some of the older guys, I love them. They're my age or older sometimes. And they're like, oh, I don't need this. I'm like, hope you can stick around for another 10 years when all of this just takes over. And I think we said it before, but Sean Gaffney, one of my best friends, owns a roofing company. It's very highly rated, does great ACI exteriors. And I've had a bunch of his competitors on the show, and that's all fine, plenty of room for everybody. He says, you're not a roofing company anymore, everybody. You're not a roofing company anymore. You are a marketing company who sells roofs. This is him talking to me. He goes to his conference, and then the conference they talk about, and it's put on by the roofing supply companies, of course, and they say, hey, by the way, this is the way your business is going to go, this way forward, and either you get on board or you go out of business. Is that fair to say?
Yep.
Or you can be the little guy who just picks up little jobs. Even those are going to get taken away as somebody gets smart about how. I know a guy who just did that. He made his little handyman thing. He was one of my first guests on the old show. Mm-hmm. But this is literally the way that the world is going. You agree?
Yes.
And either get on board or go work for somebody else.
That's right.
He agreed with that. I didn't make him say that. I didn't prep him to say that, but I did lead him there to say, is it true, right?
He's got a "is it true" on his hat. I'm looking at him. Is it true?
Is it true? Is it true? Do I have that on there? I got it's the Cardinal Cowboy logo he's talking about. It better be true, or you're not. I would be cut out of the will. A lot of people know my mom. She's a drama teacher. Got the building named after her. John Goodman flew in to do that ceremony because he was one of his students, her students, back in a long time ago. And I finally found that old video and I put it out on YouTube. You can see it out there. I had to convert it from VHS, of course. And that was only 2012 or something like that, or six, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, awesome stuff. We hope you enjoy this. Take the time. You think it's worth the time for somebody to do this? What else can you do that can accelerate the growth of your business for something, especially that we do as a one-time thing that you can use for years?
For me, it was a no-brainer. There wasn't much. To talk me to come in and sit here with you and have this conversation. So,
as a matter of fact, Dawn, who is kind of new to all this stuff, but she's really helped me a lot, interrupted me to say, Carter, he already said he wants to be on. And I said, Dawn, but I want to make sure there's a few things he understands. And I'm not here to just take the money. I want people to understand what they're getting into. how this is really going to help their business. And now you understand better after sitting with me for an hour after we met, because you had the time and I had the time to say, here's what you need to do and here's how you do it. You can use these utilities to do it.
And that's the biggest thing, is that you can really tell that you care for the guys that come and sit in this chair, and really wanting them to blow up. And you know, you're putting us out there as, hey, we know that you have the capability of this. We see the quality that you have, and man, it's awesome.
Wow, I got see the hair on my arm just standing up there, everybody. I don't know if he did that on purpose or if that was maybe it's just chilly in here, but the hair just stood up on my left arm and my right arm. Okay, good. So I don't have a nervous system with both arms, but nervous system problem. All right, man. We did a 10-minute thing here. I said make it 5, but better. 10 minutes is not too long for somebody to get in this. Call me. Your Little Castle. YourLittleCastle.com. I'll pull that up on the website. Put that up on the wall. I don't put any of my stuff up because we're always talking about the guest stuff, and I want to make it so I don't mess up the interview. Oh, I had it right there. I forgot I moved this monitor over here again. So it's a duplicate of that. But there it is. I'll put this, Your Little Castle, YourLittleCastle.com. Get a hold of us. That's my show site. And we got another leaders website. I'm going to show you that one too, because I'm going to talk about, I haven't even talked about that yet with Chase here, but it's called We Go Lead. And We Go Lead because I'm like, man, nobody's doing anything. I'm going to make a website just for the leaders then. It's dedicated to them. And here it is. And look at this. Now here you can see like almost everybody has just decided, if you give me a few more bucks, I'll make this page about you. So then at least it gets out there, because your web developer is going to take you 6 months to get to it, or you don't have something that will do that. But here you can showcase your stuff, and it's got stuff all about you and a link and a QR code. And here's all your clips. And now I love my buddy Kit, and he's a good friend, but all these clips are already outdated a little bit, but they'll still, at least they're there, and you can watch all those. Who's got most of your audience? You can't hear that, but that's what we do, everybody. So jump in, man. I know what I'm doing. I've did this for Anheuser-Busch as a IT guy, but we would send out 1 million emails. I'm sorry, 50 million emails in about 3 hours through my servers. So I had to go back and make sure those things were up and running, and then they track the data to say, 2 million of them deleted it. 2.2753 million people deleted it. This many people read it. This many people forwarded it. This many people never opened it. And my email for everybody was, take a guess what my email is, because I was on the team that helped set this up. My email was carter@budweiser.com. You get in early, like work for the company. Sometimes they give you, I didn't even get my first last name, which is what I had at Anheuser-Busch, carter.rethwich@anheuser-busch.com. We can do this stuff, and I'll show you how to make sure you do it the right way without blowing lots of money, because I've had clients come back to me like, one guy said, I spent $70,000, got nothing. And I know the guys he was working with, and they generally do good work, but in this case, did not work out well. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, get a hold of me. I am available right here. There we go. Just right there. Easy to find. Google Cardinal Cowboy. Most of what they say is true. I had a hater make up some article. I'm like, really? I was like, you didn't even see I was helping somebody when this happened. He's like, oh, you're trying to finish the race faster than everybody. It's a 5K charity race. Are you serious? And I'm helping my girlfriend whose foot was almost broken. And we walked back. Are you trying to cheat the race? There's some crazy people out there, everybody. Deal with it. I got interviewed anyway. I said, did you see that article? Channel 2 came to me and said, we'd like to put you on again. I said, did you see that one? She's like, yeah. That guy's a bozo. Yeah, all the rest still generally, all the rest is cool. Here's one guy book said, Cardinal Cowboy's only 2% DNA cowboy or something. I'm like, that one's kind of funny. But all the rest, you got to pay attention to that stuff. I can show you how to deal with those things too. Sometimes you just leave it alone, like I've decided to do. But whatever. Yeah, well, let's talk more, everybody. Giddy up, and 14-minute little clip. Worth watching. You think this one's worth watching?
Yep.
All right. Give it up for Chase. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to just hit the stop button. We're not going to do titles. Here, I'll put the titles up. This is how the titles look.